Dankwa Kenyina say, my research will not Ghana Henina. In fact, or say, so ba Ghana Henina. Ope bebia eye mebunu no Ghana mebunu. Sebio omu nyina agya tum se oni bibi MPP party fun. Na sebio sesia de omo fo mo adwene omo pese omu nyina kodi NDC chi no. Oba Ashanti memu a sebio eye party ne fruma the stronghold of the NPP na. What he saw or basically they came up with, you know, after the research, and they say MPP mebunu a omudi MPP chia and they to about beto ama MPP no omuye ohanchi chemu eduasa eduasa 9 34% pe imbebunu no say oh ye de MPP for Ashanti region wa no we ohanchi chemu eduasa 30% a imbebunu so omuye NDC for omagiatum omagipene omode omofansie sebio asem na ye kan ebia wonte ase na Ghana for ehu no krene de eko. Now, where another story any say yema refi. And Musa Dankwa edi another research bi akoye ehu eye nsem aba. Na research no efade ehu efa eye 50% of Gen Zs are NDC and 20% are NPP. Musa Dankwa ono ena sebio oye researcher na eba elections mu yakoye eyedie yakoye research yakọ 1990 Ghana atotom kofo ano ye the science abake no ena sebio ye de eye empire kakra so atare chire no sebio eba Ghana dia eba pollsters enye poster ote akonnwom oye obia he's on the ground every single day oye adwuma and his credibility is there, the numbers are there, the data is showing say in Ghana so far he is the finest pollster in Ghana. Ode eye ananum sem anano asembi abetudwa na o se Wachini Ghana hanyina na de wahu ni say omoye eye research no e de omoni to form ebusabusa nipa mbebunu wo Ghana omano asem no oma behu say oba Ghana oha enchichemu eduonu eye 50 eduonum 50% no oha enchichemu eduonum 50% no mbebunu omo Ghana omo nyina support NDC any adwene a etare chire any sebio party no fama any de omo ye any sebio nyansa omo wa omo de chichire Ghana. Ose oba Ghana haswa eba eye oyi oha enchichemu eduonu eye 20% a omo ena omo support MPP. Enti u check here sende uye mebunu na se unhu de ekona ende Musa Dankwa achirechirim ose wakọ Ghana ha nyina na mebunu nani abie omo ni ti sebi omo si owa parking kan omo busansam omo de MPP ni NDC ato nsani ani omo we parties ni bienu na Ghana mbebunu dodo no enyina support NDC and they are ready and willing to support the NDC for the next 42 years. And momianko tie Musa Dankwa no asema otena TV so echirechire nsem nimu.
Now let's look at there will be some really frightening numbers here to watch. In Hafu, Hafu used to be MPP region.
Yes.
Now NDC is dominant, 45% NDC. And 23% MPP in Ahafu. These are one of the Akan blocks. In the Ashanti region, that is where if you are an MPP this morning, I think the alarm bell should be ringing to you. MPP is 34% in the Ashanti region, unprecedented in our polling history. NDC is 30%. NPP lead NDC by 4 points in the Ashanti region. 23% of Ashanti region voters now say they are floating voters. Currently, if you look at where people who say they are floating voters are in the country, Ashanti region contributes the highest number of people or people who say they are now floating voters. It used to be Central region, no longer Central region. Now it's in the Ashanti region. That must be alarming. You look at the Bunu region, Akan region, NDC is 50%, MPP 22%. Bunu East, NDC 46%, MPP 23%. In the Central region, which used to be a big floating voters, look at it now. NDC is 57%, MPP 19%. Only 10% today are floating voters in the Central region. Only 10%. That's a big shift. In the Eastern region, another big problem for MPP. 41% of people in their former stronghold or their stronghold say they are now NDC. This has been consistent in the last 2 or so polls in the Eastern region. Only 29% of them are saying they are now MPP. 16% are floating voters. Greater Accra, NDC is 53%, MPP 28%, 13% floating voters. Let's pick Northeast. Northeast, NDC is 36% today, MPP 21%, Northeast region. So if you look at the regions MPP won in the last election, they have now become minority except Ashanti region.
Hey, Northeast region.
Yes, 36% today, MPP 21%, Northeast region. So if you look at the 13% floating voters, let's pick Northeast. Northeast, NDC is 36% today, MPP 21%, Northeast region. So if you look at the regions MPP won in the last election, they have now become minority except Ashanti region.
Hey, Northeast region.
Yes.
NDC 36%, MPP 21%.
Yeah.
And
21 say they are floating voters.
Wow. But that's where the MPP's flag bearer comes from.
Yes.
That's Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And yet they've dropped in numbers.
In terms of party affiliation.
In terms of party affiliation.
It doesn't necessarily mean that they will all vote for NDC.
That's true.
But it is the beginning of a problem because people tend to be partisan.
It is the beginning of a distraction, implosion. We know idea for any implosion. More PZ, more Swami, more a contombra. You can say implosion, or because this is the beginning of the end. What you say? Just say atemudano edu, but ejinejina nkofo yem. Na brofra no mujijom ni nyina no. Ebi obi say Kevin the way there Musa Danko e dey no ka kabrofo we there infantin kremo say asantin kremo ade no ka kabrofo sa ma me dwudwom nya abotre de na Musa Danko ka nyina ne say o ma research wo na Ghana ha nyina in fact o say wo ba Ghana ha nyina o pe bebi a eye mmebunu no Ghana mmebunu sebio o mu nyina agi atum say uni bibi MPP party fun na sebio sesia de o ma fo mo adwene o mo pese o mu nyina kodi NDC chi no regions nyina de enshada hardwin because dodo ni nyina no ye nyina enim say Ghana na dane central region and affairs na adwin say hode de mbebunu no ubisa obi MPP ni ane ende udruwa central region adane mbebunu dodo an say dabi MPP enkwasiafo ajantrafo party omo nshada ndwene Ghana ho na bebi a na nani wo ho pa ne eye Ashanti region any northeast region. The reason why internet make us say yemma ya adwene embra Ashanti region any northeast and say Ashanti region no and na part ne fruma eye MPP fo fruma inti na adwene be will say imeburu dodo na omo Ashanti memu no ana Ashanti region de omo nyina ebedi omo nananu mechi ombedi akue chechi ombedi omo ahemfo echi aka say ye Ashanti fomba inti ye den ye MPP fo. Now ohwe region bi a it is a northeast region eho na Mahmoud Bawumia one Samre eye Mahmudu eho no free the chrome no inti oba expect say sebi o mebu no omo Mahmudu krom eye Mamprusi area ho northeast wo no ko munyina beka so oh we de ye nua tani ye de ye nua we de ono so enkremoni ye nyina ye bedi lechi mebu no na Musa Danko se oye de hwehwemu a okọ ho ekobusabusa nkofo toto nkofo ano no de si ye nie Uba santimemu a sebio eye part ne fruma the stronghold of the NPP na what he saw or basically they came up with after the research and they say MPP mebunu a omudi MPP echi a ende ye to aba ombeto ama MPP no omye ohanchichemu eduasa eye eduasa 9 eye 34% pe imbebunu no say oh ye de ye MPP for Ashanti region wa no uyi ohanchichemu eduasa eye 30% a imbebunu so omye NDC for omagiatum omagipene omde omofansie sebio asem na ye kan ebia wonte ase ende wonam asantememu na wuhia emeburu du emu miensa ene sebio tietia baako ene beka che so oh ye de ye MPP fo ena wo sa hia emeburu du a emu be miensa enso beka che se omo ye NDC fo na eno na Musa Danko se dabi de ekono ama MPP no paigu omu yem ayese abom dua implosion ayese party no paigu omu yem na uba santimemu so a omkoya research do mu ye ne say uyi oha nchichemu eduonu miensa 23% omo de omo so omo nkyere bebi omo. So bi ka je say me nkyere bebi owo na say oni MPP no also te ase. Where Ashanti region, it's either you are for or you are against. Uni MPP uni MPP esanete. But ende ohanji chemu eduonu baako to miensa 23%. Imebu no mo Ashanti memu no. Omo de omo so omo floating voters. Omo de omo betumi decide so beto ama NDC ende ana MPP ochina. Den na woto ba mi uma mi fie ana papa fie na ebusa say efie ne your papa dia wo ka say ene dia wontumi ma answer. Na say opeso kire say papa ye kromfo de dan nya ne dia. Because a diner with him say your papa dia near busa say a dine where your papa dia because ane me papa dia my busa say a dine papa dia will say me dia mean to me my answer, then you are not sure say your papa dia and your papa dia, meaning who some about 70% idea be so papa e for a dine nya ne dia. Now enya honko a o say me research ni kopie e northeast e ho na ba omia free na asam no etwa ne sunum bronika say cutting stomach. Osi de twa de sum ne se omuduru eye northeast a ho na eye Mahamudu free no omuyi mbebunu no oha enjichemu eye eduasansia eye 36% no omunyina so omuye NDC fo oha enjichemu eduasansia eye 36% omunyina ka se omuye NDC fo ena Mahamudu ba omyanka sa krom ni krom bebi asebio ye wo na ye twa ne bema me ye wo me ne bebi mi krom ne twa me bema ni krom eye northeast aba omia ye twa ne bema wo ho no papa wanza mu twa ne bema no MPP mebu no mo ho ni na mo ye 21% pe oha nchichemu eduonu baako omo ye omo research no eye mebunu no emu oha mo eduonu baako pe ene se omo de omo ye MPP fo uhwema nipa dodo a omo ho mebunu be ye oha nchichemu eduonu baako so ese omo de omo nka efiri se omo tim no omo mpe ba omia na ebi omo mpe so mbeka na ebi a mampurusi ni bia koku omo iti omo de omo so omo nka iti sa wo cheke Musa dan kwansem na ocheche mu na je se MPP na nkasa na egu AGU association of government criminals egu iti sa utie sansem se na we Ghana ni na we mebunu na we university we any tertiary institution na wa adwiri will say MPP is a political party a ubedi akira o ya test corner na wajimi because sebio imebunu no mo enyini sisia na mo Ghana no they are now beginning to understand governance. They are beginning to understand, say, you always need to choose development over your party affiliation, development over your tribe affiliation, development over your religious affiliation. In Mebruno, they are reading. They are beginning to ask questions. MPP ni da hoje say Mebruno ne jimi te sa abro nyankwa abrim. Omoje say Mebruno ne jimi se chema wuntumi. Omoje say Mebruno ne jimi se sampine. MPP for they still don't understand the young Ghanaian, the changes they are going through. Anytime catch will say what we are experiencing in Ghana today, John Mahama governance, we know this is basic governance. The reason why I say basic governance and say we should not even sit here discussing adentina and tomatoes in Ghana. And John Mahama ama governance no abe basic to the extent say a young man can stay home and understand how governance works. They now understand say obi a president was say okasa in clarity. Odi nkomo kire was say tenase. Say abai no take a decision bia was say odi ka ho. And the Ghanaians are not tensed around the government. Abai where the Ghana for aka omo decision making home. The young people of this country, whether on social media or those not on social media, they are beginning to see, say, there's this sense of involvement. They are seeing some government passing away or carving away for them to be able to also realize their dreams. In 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, MPP for say the NDC will take Ashanti region and that is where they will win the elections. They thought to say, oh, where the Kevin Taylor or time MPP. Kevin Taylor there on Peku Fuadu. I was telling you people the truth. And Ferre Crampo said, MPP ni. Just take your time and analyze. The Ben out is a young person is bold and proud enough to stand on any stage to say, I am an NPP. Because they are now beginning to see, say the NPP now associate you, we associate you with tribalism. You associate you with corruption. They associate you with people who don't respect the rule of law. They associate you with people who basically always and every day support criminality. Inti ama a lot of people are running away. Nipa chomo. And there you say partner esiwano emu penifo na Jimmy Chan Korano. MPP omusa omo Jimmy omunya no mabodam. It is all steady MPP for pa shafe nyomakin osanu we Jimmy onyine also abodam. O hye omo character bi nyoma bi omo ka ende omo reaction to some things are utu busa ho say na panyini wo party nim. At the same time alankojo chamante ewo MPP yakoto aba na person so flag bearer edu won na mkacha alanchamante say wo nya Ashanti ni ba we have we have mixed race we mixed tribe. At a point during the elections ye pai alankojo chamante the representative bakweni MPP National Executive Council akofo ka ho Michael Kwe ka ho nobody made a statement on that matter. Ever seen the abrante ni apai. During the MPP era, Ekufuado 8 years on the Baumia, ya boni pato during elections. Penyini bi any party mo kaye. Ya tina kroma Emma almost akwa also west wagon. Eko boni pato. So you could see say majority of the people are beginning to see say party nim kora ne Jimmy any penifo ne Jimmy. The young people come in, they are analyzing, they are asking questions. And do no more Santimemo no. Omo will say Sebio enkranfo ne from Munkrasefo. Sebio omoban kraya nyomo muhuno enye bi no muhuno kumase. And in Bebru no more Santimemo no. Omo twa mani wa Santimemo a. Omo will say adibia wa Santimemo a Sebio asum bia na NDC na de bae. So now they feel more comfortable. They want to associate. They want people to know so munjimi ye. Inti onim ade ya we wiase say obi beka say oye bajimi fo. Now yen nyira enim say tetefo na omo ba yansa ne eba no. Nyoma bi omoye no ena ntira ne friend Bajimi bre and obi eni wo pese ya associating with Bajimi. It is a study Ashanti memum bebunu no majority of them are disassociating themselves from the MPP because on person be so ekurasini on person be say where do Bajimi for on person be say media menim biye. So now they are all linking or gearing towards the NDC because they know say if they associate with the NDC, one, they are going to get what they want because NDC na the airport ba Ashanti memu. Two, their mothers are going to get jobs. The Kumasi economy is going to open. The Ashanti region is still going to be the hub when it comes to trade. They are hitting at NDC, ABC, KJTR market. They know say their health will also be intact. Sewia will be finished. Kumewu will be finished. Afari will be finished. They believe say NDC ba Swamena Omasha Omobono, they are going to complete it. So the young people now want development. And now almost any say almost the MPP in Krantiano Dawson. All that the MPP does is gele, t-shirt, and your mo olonka. See, this research should not shock anybody. Now, or see, or yeah, the whole Ghana, we say 50%. Ghana, uchem or ha ejichemu edionu. 50% in Mebruni in Atari MDC. Almost say ende ya tuaba, omunyina betuama NDC. If you say NDC for the dimpunti obafi, NDC for any book Ghana for a ba or my chichiria, NDC for any word gain, foresight, omunu say yebe here win the never boy or china. Now, I see the whole Ghana no. Oya calculation na oya research now check here. Uni say emu oha enchichemu edionu 20% pe imbebunu ene support MPP. No mu kura no dodo di egu wurem. Musa dan kwaya research no 20% imebunu na mo support MPP no or say omo a ohie omo ebuso omo questions no mo nyina gu wurem. It do say technically 20% of youths that think like animals are part of the MPP. Wejwa. Right, go. Ready we no. Be charge ba. Musa dan kwa say even 20% now no mudi nkomo so mo ye MPP no dodo no gu wurem. Wan hye de hu papa bia no wo krom a omoni ate a no omunim de ekọ enti o study ade na I say MPP no omofanya we be serious na I say Jimmy ne da doso part no egu enti ohia young inkokuo unu ade afa ni young inkokuo MPP ni a o ye young we Jimmy a usande afa ni young inkokuo the young piglet ohun say dodo no krampo ni nim de na omoka enti ende no say NDC for MPP for person betia. These are realities. These are facts. You see, it's not about the insult and trying to align with Musa Dankwa or trying to say Musa Dankwa NDC ni. Musa Dankwa to move for 2023, 2024. And na okachem so mube lose abano. Motina Ghana ha nyina didi umatem. Eke kan kwa sasam chire no. And wafato no ho so akwa research abeka chire mo a. Mo dia mo fa no serious no fa mo Jimmy ntina o set tapoli. And we are mebunu now person join NDC a Just pick a phone, call a committee chairman, call a chairman. You'll be part of the NDC, the great NDC. And it is not just joining the NDC, it is what the NDC has done. It is what the NDC is doing. It is what the young people are seeing. Hey, Mama Chawa DB.